So we won't get overly prepared first, because first I want you to get familiar with your motorcycle. Okay? That's the big thing. So open up your shield. Make sure you're always comfortable. It's hot outside. Make sure you're always cool and all that kind of stuff. You never want to start off with your body not feeling right or whatever. This is good. Now, one of the biggest things that people have an error with on a motorcycle is they try to learn how to ride a motorcycle as quickly as possible and as good as possible. That's not the key about riding motorcycles. Riding a motorcycle is all about understanding the controls when you get on it and being able to take off and all that kind of stuff. So you being familiar and getting on your bike and being able to maneuver to get to a point that you're able to take off is a big deal. If something's ever happening and you need to get the hell out of the way, and you're busy getting on your motorcycle and then trying to figure out how to start it, and then, you know, looking at the kickstand and putting it up, and then putting it up in the gear or whatever, you're already hit. You're not going to pick this up now, but you want to get to the point where, you know, where your kickstand is up. Well, that's another thing. You need to get familiar with even your kickstand. So your kickstand, you need to be able to go up and come back down without you seeing it. Okay. These are the kind of things you can, and when you're home practicing, you know, when you practice starting it, you know, your kickstand should be able to go up, regardless of what gear it's in. You know, you can click it down or whatever, and you should be able to start it. See, so if I'm not starting it, the reason why it's not starting is because I never turned the key. So you turn the key, but I still should be able to. Okay. Put the kickstand down. If I can't find it or whatever, it's gonna let me find it. Yes, nobody's got it. Okay. Yeah. And you should be able to do all that quickly. So that's the kind of stuff that you're gonna have to practice. The reason is you get stuck, you stall. What's gonna end up happening is now you got all these emotions because you stalled. And now you don't know how to get your bike back started or whatever. And it just constantly builds it up and builds it up and builds it up. Now you're starting to do it in course and you have all this stuff built up. Yeah. But if you're like, oh my God, man, I screwed up, man. I screwed up or whatever, and then, okay, click, start, and then you're gone. So that's what happens. So that's why this not running condition is like one of the most important things to learn. And they don't teach that. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, on the MSF class, they lack a little bit of, actually on a lot of things. One of the things that needs to be adjusted on your bike. Another thing that they don't teach riders is they don't teach riders good hand position on handlebars. It's one of the most annoying things I've ever seen that people do now, and it's a skill that's gone. But guys who do track, guys who do, if you were doing dirt, they still have the skill. And one of the things that people do is, in the course, they'll teach you to use your entire hand with the brake, the entire hand with the clutch. Problem with that is, you have no control over your bike when you use your entire hand. Absolutely, I felt the same. Yeah. So go ahead and take your gloves off right now because I would rather for you to practice. Absolutely. Let me open up the jack and get Thank you. Because I want you to practice these things beforehand. You want to leave your helmet on because your helmet is going to give you a mental feeling. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You pull out for the fingers. Okay. Should I sit on it? Yes. Yes. No. So stop. First thing you do is, this is your motorcycle, man. Okay, I'm gonna park it like a normal city. This is your motorcycle. Don't get on your motorcycle like it's somebody else's motorcycle. Okay? Don't even get on somebody else's motorcycle like somebody else's motorcycle. Okay? So you look at it, you know what you're gonna do or whatever. You know you know where your hands are gonna go. Just get on the damn thing. Perfect. Okay? Perfect. Get on it like you own it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now one thing you want to do is get back off of it. This one? Yeah. No, get off. Okay. You got off really good as well. Okay? You did it with confidence. So we all do this when we're young. We're just doing this first. You get on a motorcycle, and all your brain is focused here.
Right.
Now you're gonna have to do that a little bit to get used to things.
Okay.
But get on the bike and focus, looking at your surroundings. Okay.
Beautiful.
So when you get on, take. This is some of the hand positions I'm going to teach you. You can do this with all your fingers right now, but this is not the right way. But we'll just do it now. Make sure you're grabbing a brake when you're doing that, even if it's in gear. It's just a good habit.
Okay.
You come on or whatever, and you don't have to look. So you do like this. You come, you can see where your hands are going, but once you're doing it,
Your eyes are up.
yeah, the eyes are up. Okay.
Perfect.
And then when your eyes are up, if you have to look, then you start looking down. Eyes up first, because nothing about this is important. Things hitting you is important.
No.
And if you're stuck here or whatever, or something's about to happen, or somebody's getting ready to back out on you, you want to be aware of your surroundings before you get to the motorcycle. Not get to your motorcycle and then figure out what's happening around you. That's always happening first.
Awesome. So
that was beautiful. That was spot on beautiful. Okay. That's spot on beautiful.
makes sense.
So now don't worry about the kickstand now. So now when you get on this time, this is the thing I wanted to show you about the hand. Grab, just hold this like this with your hand.
Okay.
Okay. So when you hold that with your hand, I can take your hand off.
Wow.
See?
Okay.
That's one of the problems. So if you're driving a motorcycle and you freak out and you jerk your hand, you do a stopping, you lose your motorcycle. Here's an excellent example. If you're pulling out behind a car and the car turns right, what a lot of people do is they'll see the car turning right. They look left, and as they're turning right, they notice that the car stopped. And they freak out and they lock the front brake and they lose their motorcycle.
Yes.
When you do this, you do like that, and you can put two fingers.
Perfect.
And this is what you do.
I love it this way, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now hold the motorcycle, watch what happens.
Absolutely.
I can't take your hand off.
Absolutely.
Because you always have control. Here's another thing that happens. Have just your hand like this. Okay.
Okay.
If the motorcycle takes off or whatever, this is what happens.
Oh wow.
You see? That's what happens.
Wow.
Now put these two fingers down.
Okay.
Do that. Hold it, and this is what happens.
Oh,
You
you're
see?
kidding me, man. That's awesome.
That's stuff they don't teach. So when I see online and people are like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm like, I don't care if people fall down. I don't care anymore. I've learned to not just care. If you're going to listen to me, I'm going to teach you the right way.
I love it. That's amazing.
So for the same, so that's why, so there's times that you use all your fingers, and there's times that the time that you use all your fingers, you're going to make yourself stop. You're like, there's nothing around, I'm going to stop, I can use all my fingers. Anytime something happens, so you know the difference between coarse and fine. Coarse is just when it's just rough, generalized. Fine is when you want to do precision. Fine. Anytime you're in a situation that you want to do precision, you only do fingers. Either one or two. I kind of like my double finger. But so if you get ready to come to a situation, you see some cars around, you do the middle finger first, and then you're like, okay, nobody's around or whatever, then you can just do that. That's in it. When you practice that, when you get into a situation where if something's happening immediately, the tendency to jump and grab the entire brake, you lie.
Yeah.
But when you develop the habit that the first thing you do is add a finger, even when you squeeze that finger,
It's not as strong as the form.
exactly. And what happens is you'll do this. You'll like run it, and you grab a finger, and then you'll walk up your other finger. So it's more power and add more power.
Absolutely.
But notice that stayed there.
Yes, I love it.
Okay?
Okay.